you all in e-learning. Today we are going to learn about Standard 9 subject Sanskrit and the third chapter by the name Param Nidhanam Kaha. Param Nidhanam Kaha. Param means great, Nidhanam means treasure and Kaha means what. So translation of the title is what is the great treasure. Now before starting the lesson, let us see the introduction part of the lesson. Here Raja Bhoj lived in the 11th century AD in Malwa, known as Madhya Pradesh at present. Now here they are talking about Raja Bhoj. Now he is living in 11th century AD in Malwa, Madhya Pradesh. Recently that place is known as Madhya Pradesh. Living in Dharanagar, the fame that Raja Bhoj attained at that time is still alive today. See, human beings' life is mortal, but their fame is immortal. So here also they are talking about the fame of Raja Bhoj, that he became many years ago, but still the fame of Raja Bhoj is there in Malwa, Madhya Pradesh. Even today, many interesting stories of his good governance, his ability to be just even under the most difficult circumstances, his ability to recognize the learned or are popular. Here they are talking about some of the qualities of King Bhoj, that he is very good people, he is one of the good person, and he is having good governance and he is having ability to just even under the most difficult circumstances, and also is having one of the ability to recognize the learned and popular people. Now a collection of such stories in Sanskrit called Bhoj Prabandha is very well known. In this, there are many events related to Raja Bhoj are described here by using many verses with aesthetic poetic qualities. Now here they are telling us about Raja Bhoj, and he is one of the work by the name Bhoj Prabandha. Now this is the book in which they have written stories. It is the collection of stories. Bhoj Prabandha is the book in which collection of stories related to King Bhoj is there. About his fame, about his work, about his governors, about his qualities, everything it is represented through the story base in the book by the name Bhoj Prabandha. Now, in addition to this, Sanskrit poets of different periods have accepted Raja Bhoj as a character to present their ideas. One such story in a dialogue form is presented here, focusing on Bhoja. Now, here they are telling us that here they have presented one of the story which is in a dialogue form, and in this story they are talking about King Bhoja and his fame and his qualities. Further they are telling us that in this dialogue between Raja Bhoj and a young scholar, it has been attempted to emphasize strength of one thing over the other. Many times it happens that we are emphasizing our strength on others, and others also thinking that we are best or good than others. So here also there is one story in which dialogue form Raja Bhoj is there and one of the characters is there who are doing conversation with each other, and during the conversation they want to emphasize their strength on each other. Like Raja Bhoj is emphasizing his strength on the another character, and that character is also trying to emphasize his strength on Raja Bhoj. Like they want to show themselves better than other one. As the conversation process, there is a total heart when it comes to the point of contentment. Now this conversation between Raja Bhoj and that another character is going on, but when the topic came by the name contentment, or we can say satisfaction, at this point the story ends. That is, the story lays stress on the importance of contentment. Now, while reading this lesson, it is important to pay attention to the concord between the case of the dog and its verb forms. In addition to this, you also have to learn how the case endings of nouns and the various forms of the verb change. Here, our introduction part is over. Let me move further for the lesson and its explanation. Bhojah nama Nrupatiha Vidyapriya Kalapriya प्रजाप्रियस्य आसीत् भोज नाम नृपतिः. Now here the very first word is Bhoj. Now one of the character of the story by the name Bhoj. Bhoj means they are talking about King Bhoj. One of the character of the story, right? King Bhoj. Naam means by the name. Nrupatiha. Nrupatiha means king. Bhoj nama Nrupatiha. King Bhoj by the name and king. Vidyapriyah. Vidyapriyah means lover of learning. Lover of learning. Vidyapriyah, Kalapriyah. Kalapriyah means lover of fine arts. And Prajapriyascha. Now here you can see Praja means subjects or people. Praja Priya. Priya means lover. So here we can write down that devoted to his subjects means people. And here there is sandhi Prajapriyascha. Prajapriyah plus cha. So in this word there is sandhi Prajapriyah plus cha. So here in the very first line they want to say about King Bhoj. They are introducing King Bhoj in the very first line only, that they are telling a king by the name Bhoj, who is lover of learning, lover of fine arts, and also devoted to his subject. Further he says that अतः तस्य राज्यसभायां दूरदेशात् अनेके विद्याविशारदाः पंडिताः समागच्छन्ति स्म. अतः means so. Tasya means is. Atah means so and tasya means is. Rajasabhayam. Rajasabha means royal assembly. Atah tasya, so he is Rajasabhayam, royal assembly. Here this word is made out of compound. Here this compound is just like this. Ragnah Sabha Tasmat. It is in Sasti Tatpurus compound. Rajasabhayam. Further they are telling Durdesha. Durdesha means from far away country. Or far off. From far off country. So he is in his royal assembly from far off country. Anekeh. Anekeh means many. Anekeh means many. Vidya Vishardah means lover of many subjects. Vidya Vishardah means expert. We can also say expert in many laws. Vidya Vishardah, expert in many laws. Expert in many laws. So, Dur Deshat means from far off country. Anekena, many. Vidya Vishardah, expert in many laws. Expert in many laws. Further, they are telling us that Panditaha. Panditaha means scholar. Panditaha, scholars. Samagachanti sma. Samagachanti means came. So here in this word Samagachanti, it is the form of Vartmankal, Parasmepad, third person, plural. Right? And sma indicates past tense. So here in this particular line, they want to say us that so many experts in many laws and scholars used to come from faraway country in the assembly of King Bhoj. In the very first line, they want to say us that there was a king by the name Bhoj, or a king by the name Bhoj, who is a lover of learning, lover of fine arts, and devoted to his subject. Further, in the second line, they want to say us that so in his royal assembly, from faraway country, many people used to come who is expert in laws as well as who are scholars. So, a king by the name Bhoj was very famous and is lover of learning, lover of fine arts, and lover of all the subject or devoted to his subject. So many scholars or experts in laws used to come to his assembly, to his royal assembly from far off country. So in King Bhoja's assembly, people used to come from far off country. Further, they want to say us that Ekada Bhojava. Ekada Bhojava. Ekada means once. Bhojava means we have already mentioned King Bhoj. Ekada Bhojava Prashadasya Gavakshe. Prashada. Now here the word Prashad means palace. Prashad means palace, and Gavaksh. Gavaksh means balcony. So Prashadasya Gavakshe Upavistava. Upavistava means sitting. balcony. Saha marge ekam navagantukam anabhignam yuvakam pashyati. Saha means he and marge. Marge means on the way. Saha means he and marge means on the way. Ekam. Ekam means one. Navagantukam. Navagantukam means a new visitor. So here in this line they want to say us that once King Bhoj was sitting in the balcony of his palace. Now, at the same time, he has seen that one of the new visitor is going on the way. From the balcony, he is watching that one of the person who is known and new visitor is going from that place. Anabhignam. Anabhignam means unknown. Now, Anabhignam means unknown. So, one of the unknown person is passing from that place. Yuvakam pashyati. Yuvakam means young man and pashyati means has seen. Right? So, here in this particular line, they want to say us that once King Bhoj is seated in the balcony of his palace, at the same time, he has seen one of the new visitor, one unknown person passing from that place. Tasya parichayam gnatu sah tam prasade ahyati. Tasya means his, parichay. Parichay means to introduce. Gnatum, to know. Sah, sah means he. Tam, to him. Prasade ahyati. Ahyati means or calls, right? So, here in this particular word, Tasya means his, parichay means introduction, gnatum means to know. Tasya parichay gnatum means for knowing him. Sah means King Bhoj. Tam means to him. Prasade ahyati. Ahyati means calls. So, here in this particular line, they want to say us that King Bhoj is sitting in his balcony of in their palace, and at the same moment he has seen that one unknown person, a new visitor, is moving from the way. So, for to know that person, he calls him in his palace. Tatasya madhye evam vartalapam sanjata. Tatasyo madhyeha. Tatasyo means between them. And here in this particular word there is a compound also. Sorry, sandhi is there. Tatah plus tayoha. Tatasyo. Here there is sandhi. Tatah plus tayoha. Tatasyo madhye, in between them. Tatasyo madhye, in between them. A vartalapam sanjatah. Here the word vartalap means conversation. Tatasyo madhye vartalapam, in between them. Conversation. Sanjata. Sanjata means took place. So here they want to say us that the king Bhoj is there and he wants to know about that young man. So he calls him in the palace, and after that, in between them, the conversation took place. Here in this particular word, there is a compound. It is made out of compound that vartayama alapah. Vartalapam means vartayama alapah. It is of Sashti Tatpurus compound. Further, they want to say us that Bhoj, when the young man goes in the palace, afterwards whatever conversation took place between that young man and the King Bhoj is represented here now. Bhoj says, Bhavan kaha vartate? Bhavan kaha vartate? Means, who are you? यू भवान् कः वर्तते युवकः अहं घटपण्डितः अस्मि अहं means I घटपण्डितः means a name of a person and asmi means am. So I am Ghat Pandit. So here you have seen that young man is going in the palace, and afterwards conversation took place between King Bhoj and that young man. King Bhoj says that, who are you? Then that person replies that, I am Ghat Pandit. Now students, you may note down these things in your notebook. Now further they says that Bhojah घटपण्डितः किमुक् नाम घटपण्डितः इति. Now Bhoj is asking that घटपण्डित, what indeed does mean by it? Now the name by the young man has told his name as a घटपण्डित, and it's a unique name, right? It is not a casual name. So here the King Bhoj is shocked by listening the name that घटपण्डित. What indeed mean by this Ghat Pandit? Now further it says that Yuvak is explaining the meaning of his name that Yatha Ghate Paripurnam Jalam Tishtati Tatheva Mai Paripurnam Nanam Vartate. Yatha means just as. Ghate. Here they are talking about Ghat. Ghat means teacher. Yatha Ghate Paripurnam means up to brim. Paripurnam up to brim. Jalam Tishtati. Jalam means water. यथा घटे परिपूर्णं जलं तिष्ठति तथैव means like that. Here Sanjay that तथा plus eva तथैव like that. मयिः means in myself. यथा घटे परिपूर्णं जलं तिष्ठति तथैव मयि परिपूर्णं ज्ञानं वर्तते. Jnanam means knowledge. Vartate means stays, right? So here Ghat Pandit is explaining about his name that just as there is water filled in a pitcher up to its brim, in the same way it is full of knowledge in me, myself. Now, this person, the young man is telling to King Bhoj that as in a pot, we can fill the water up to its brim. Likewise, just like that, I do have knowledge, full of knowledge. So, I call myself Ghat Pandit. Aham Swamatmanam Ghat Pandit Manye. Aham means I, Swamatmanam, to myself. Ghat Panditam means a name of person, and Manye means I think. So I think myself as Ghat Pandit. Now King Bhoj calls that person in his palace, in his balcony. Afterwards, conversation took place between them. King Bhoj is asking that, who are you? Then that person says that, I am Ghat Pandit. So King Bhoj says, what? Ghat Pandit? What indeed does mean by Ghat Pandit? So the young man says that just as we can fill water in a pitcher, in a pot, up to its brim, likewise I After that, भोजः युवकस्य गर्वपूर्णाम् उक्तिं श्रुत्वा स्वमात्मनं ततोऽप्यधिकं मत्वा अहंकारेण सह. Now, युवकस्य of young means गर्वपूर्णाम्. गर्वपूर्णाम् means proudly. गर्वेण पूर्णा तृतीया तत्पुरुष compound गर्वेण पूर्णा गर्वपूर्णा. So proudly. Further he says that proudly uktim shrutva. Shrutva means by hearing. Hearing or listening. By listening. Shrutva swamatmanam to himself. Swamatmanam to himself. Swamatmanam tatodhyapyadhikam. Now here in this particular word sandhi is there. Tatah plus apiha plus adhikam, more than him. Tatah plus api plus adhikam, more than him. Tatodhyapyadhikam. Matva. Matva means having thought. Matva ahankarena sah. Ahankar. Ahankar again this word means proud. Garvapunam proud language, and here Garvapunam proud language as well as ahankar means the proudly. Sah ahankarena sah with the proud language. See, now the young man has told that as we can feel the water in pitcher up to its brim, just like that I am also having knowledge, full of knowledge, so I call myself Gat Pandit. And after listening these words of that young man, King Bhoj is thinking in himself that after listening the words, after listening to the proud speech of the young man, after listening to the proud speech of the young man, thinking himself to be better than him. Now King Bhoj is thinking himself better than that young man, and after the ego of King Bhoj is heard, we can say in some of the way that King Bhoj has heard the words of that young man, and after listening to the words of or the proud speech of the young man, King Bhoj is thinking himself more better than that young one, and he says further, yadi tvam ghatah tarhi aham mudagratvena varte. Yadi. Yadi means if, tvam means you. Yadi means if, tvam means you, and mutagar. Yadi tvam ghatah. Ghatah means pot or pitcher, we have already seen. Tarhi. Means then. Aham. Aham means I. Mudaggar means hammer. Hammer. Further he says that yadi tvam ghatah asi tarhi. Tarhi aham mudaggarena varte. Varte means I am. If you are a pot, if you are a pot, if you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer. If you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer. Further he says, Mudaggarah swakiyena praharena. Swakiyena means with its own, and praharena Prahari means straw. With its straw. Praharena gatam vinashyati. Gatam vinashyati means destroy. Now the young man is calling himself as a pot. That this, as you can see, this is the pot and we can feel the water up to here. It's brim. It is brim, right? So the young man is telling that I am a pitcher, I am a pot. Just we can feel the water up to its brim. Likewise, I have knowledge in myself. So the king Bhoj is telling to him that if you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer. If you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer, and I can destroy you with my own stuff. I can destroy you with my own straw. So, ahamapi gatrupam bhavantam vinashyami. Ahamapi, I also, gatrupam, gatarupam, in the form of pitcher. Bhavantam means yours. Vinashyami, vinashyami means I will destroy. So here you can see that the young man is telling himself as if he is a pitcher, that up to its brim we can feel the water. Likewise, I am having knowledge in myself. So the young man is calling himself pitcher. King Bhoj is telling that if you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer, and by being a hammer, I can destroy you by my own straw. Likewise, I will destroy you. Yuvakam. Yadi bhavanam bhatvarena vartishyate tarhi aham agni bhavani. Yadi bhavanam. Now the young man says, if you are mudaggatvena, if you are a hammer, if you are like a hammer, I will. Vartishyate means will be. यदि भवान् मुदगरत्वेन वर्तिष्यते तर्हि अहम् अग्नि भवामि. Tarhi means then, aham means I, agni means fire. Bhavami, I will become. If you are a pitcher, so if you are a hammer, right? If you are like a hammer, then I will become fire. Dahan karma means, as you know that the work of fire is to burn, right? Dahan karma agni bhutva mudaggaram vashmam karishyami. So here in this particular word, dahan karma, it is of compound, right? Bahuvrihi compound. Dahanam karmasya sah means dahan karma. By being a fire, he says that by becoming fire, which does the work of burning. What is the work of fire? So the work of fire is to do burning, right? I will reduce the hammer into ash. Now Vashmah. Young man is telling to King Bhoj that if you will become hammer, then I will become fire. If you will become hammer, then I will become fire. And by becoming fire, the work of fire is to burn. So becoming the fire, which does the work of burning, I will reduce the hammer into ash. I will reduce the hammer into ash. Now students, let me see up to here what is the story. There is one king, a king by the name Bhoj, who was lover of learning, lover of fine art, and he is devoted to his subject. Now many scholar and expert in laws used to come in his assembly, in his royal assembly. So further they says that once King Bhoj was sitting in the palace and and in his balcony. And on the way he has seen that one unknown person is moving from that place. So to know him, to get the introduction of that person, he calls that person in the palace. Afterwards, the conversation took place between King Bhoj and that young man. First of all, King Bhoj says that, "Who are you?" Then that young man says that, "Ghat Pandit. I am Ghat Pandit." Then King Bhoj says, "Ghat Pandit? What indeed does mean by this name, Ghat Pandit?" Then the young man says that, just as we can fill the pitcher up to its brim, likewise I am having full of knowledge, so I call myself as Ghat Pandit. I considered myself as Ghat Pandit. So after listening this proudly speech of young man, King Bhoj wants to prove himself better than this young man. So he says that if you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer. If you are a pitcher, then I am a hammer. I will destroy you with my own stroke. So I will destroy you with my own stroke, and likewise pitcher will destroy. Then after listening this word of King Bhoj, young man replies that if you are like a hammer, then I will become fire. If you are like a hammer, then I will become fire. And by becoming fire, which does the work of burning, I will reduce the hammer into ash. Now students, up to here we have seen half of the chapter, and next whatever remaining part is there, we will see in the next video. You may note down these things in your